Hello. What are you pointing at?
Get out of there.
You can't see anything.
I need to be in there.
Okay. Hello. Do you guys, can you see these? I went back to the dentist to get my trays for my Invisalign. And I have to tell you, if you currently have a teenager or tween that is going through the braces process, I have to be honest and tell you, be nice to them and hug them and give them pudding, because my mouth hurts so bad. Hello! And I'm telling you, I feel a little weird being a 37-year-old grown adult with these braces, but you really can't see them, which is obviously why they're called Invisalign. But boy, oh boy, does my mouth hurt. So we are in the office hanging out, and this is our first episode, hello Alejandra, of Chitty, Chatty, Pitty, Patty YouTube Live Tuesdays. They are in, see? Like, you can't really tell, but you can hear that I sound a little funny, and they feel weird in my mouth, so I'm getting used to it. That's what she said. Just kidding, haha. Hello, Carrie. So I had to wait a long time to save up, and then my insurance actually paid for most of it, which was great. I didn't even realize that the coverage covered these. So it's day 2, and I feel bad for all of the teens and tweens that have done this, because it hurts, and I'm already getting sores on the inside of my mouth. It's super gross. Okay, so with that being said, welcome to Tuesdays Live. How is your morning going? Going good? I know, it hurts. I could show you, but that would be gross. I don't want to show you my mouth sores. I remember getting metal jammed into my gums. Yeah. Chitty, Chatty, Bang Bang the movie live. Well, somebody did. I did a video a couple weeks ago, or maybe over a month ago now, called "Please Stop with the Penis Pics," and somebody must have just saw it because they messaged me a in quotations, unsolicited dick pic, but it was a picture of Dick Van Dyke. And I had to laugh out loud. And I replied, I was like, oh, touche, that's funny. And she's like, sorry, just starting your morning off with an unsolicited dick pic. And I was like, that's a funny one. Hello, Angie. So these things are a little uncomfortable, and you can only drink water with them in. They were very specific when they sat down and they talked to me. They're like, you can't drink wine with your trays in, like, at all. And I was like, okay. And they're like, no, we're serious. You can't drink wine. You need to take them out if you're going to drink. And I was like, do you say this to everyone, or is there a reason that you're specifically giving me instructions? Or like, some of the ladies here have seen your videos. You can't drink wine with these. You'll stain your trays, and then you can't use them. And I was like, okay, I promise I'll take them out. And then they were like, you do have to wear them 22 hours a day. And I was like, 22 hours a day? And she's like, oh yes, 22 hours a day. And I was like, okay. So you wear them while you sleep. You literally can take them out, I guess, 30 minutes at a clip if you don't exceed the 2 hours. For meals, right? And so I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need 30 minutes for Wine's Day. I need 30 minutes for breakfast, 30 minutes for lunch, 30 minutes for dinner. I'm like, there aren't enough 30-minute segments. Don't feel like waiting at work, parking. You don't feel like working today? Oh, I'm sorry. I know, work is a drag. Power drink that stuff, Deborah says. It's cool, cool. So I'll just have to, that's what I'll have to do, right? They say 22 because people will only do like 20. Yeah, well, I'm going to do my very best because I did save up my money to pay for these, and I am a grown adult, so I should be able to control myself, although we all know that isn't true. But I will do my very best. What are you laughing at?
You.
I will do my very best.
Control yourself.
Oh, hello, Shelly. Hey, Jessica. Yeah, so outside of that, tons of fun things. I was actually on, this was my 3rd week in a row that I was on our local Fox News station in the morning. And I giggle every time they bring me on because they call me an expert. And I'm waiting for them to figure out or at least tell me what I'm an expert on, because they're like, well, they say they're like parenting expert. And I'm like, well, I'll take it. But I had to giggle. So this morning we talked about, I sent in a clip and we talked about marriage and the importance of communication. I'm an expert on reality. Thank you, Deborah. I really am. I'm an expert. So I giggled because they called me on and they asked me, because I did parenting 2 weeks in a row, and then they were like, do you want to mix it up? And I'm like, well, we could talk about marriage. So I sent in a clip of the business manager throwing his laundry on the floor. And then a little clip from the video I did called Things Your Husband Says. And so we talked about the importance of communication and why it's necessary, and how your spouse isn't a mind reader, and giggling. And so you're in my space.
Go ahead.
Don't look in the important pile. Oh, he's going into the important pile. This could be disastrous. So we're talking about the importance of communication and how your spouse doesn't know what you're saying if you're just thinking it and you're not sharing it with them. And so he totally puts me on on the spot, and he's like, so what are the tips for having a successful marriage? And I was like, communication is key, and be honest. And I felt like, I should have had more. I should have had more tips and tricks, but it's a ton of fun. I really like them here at our local Fox News station, and they keep asking me to come on, so I'm going to keep showing up on Tuesdays and hope they think I know what I'm doing, and we'll see how that goes. But it's super neat to be backstage when they're like shifting around. They're like, camera 1, camera 2, over to the news station, over to the traffic desk, weather 7, camera 9, and I'm just sitting back there. And it's tons of fun. But I really like it, and everybody's super nice to me. But I'm always worried I'm going to say something stupid, especially either on camera or with the mic attached to me. And then they're going to be like, did you hear what she said? Which is most of the time what people say. Did you hear what she said? Did she actually say that? Did those words come out of her mouth? But anyway, so that was fun. So hopefully I'll get to keep doing that on Tuesdays. So I'm on it like 8:40. It's live, so I guess it's 8:40ish on my local Fox station. I don't know. And then I just shared it out on Twitter, so you can see it on Twitter. Like the link to where they post it. You look like you have panda ears on. Panda ears. Oh, I'm going, what's wrong with my ears? I'm going, what did I do to my ears? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But it's not. It's, hold on, I'll get it right. Right there. Mickey ears. You have a beautiful day, Peter. Yeah, it's on Fox News, Erica. I don't know, like, it's our local station, so I don't know where you can actually see that if you're not in the area. But you can watch it after the fact when I post the link. But they're like 1.5 minute, like 2-minute little segments. We're hoping for them to let us do one end of the month. You're in St. Augustine? Oh, that's one of our favorite spots. We love it there. We love to go there. Huh?
We'll be there.
Yeah, we're going in
New Year's.
New Year's. We're going for New Year's, I think. We haven't confirmed that yet, but I think that's where we're going for New Year's. But we were trying to figure out a babysitting sitch, but I don't know what's going to happen with that. Because it's New Year's, so you do kind of want to go out, but we're also old and we'll probably be asleep by 9. And you still haven't given me the details on where we're going or what we're doing or how long we're staying. And I'm assuming this is just turning into a golf trip.
Don't worry about it.
And so I'm assuming that we're going to go and I'm going to be hanging out with the kids and you're going to be golfing for how many days straight?
No.
You say no, but I don't believe you at all. So I really think this is just going to turn into a golf weekend, and I'm going to get brought along because I have to watch the kids so he can golf.
No.
Are you planning things to do with us as a family?
Absolutely.
Are you really?
Family trip.
And what are we doing?
Whatever the family wants to.
Yeah, you're full of crap and you're a lie bagger. So, yeah. Yeah, Deborah, sitters are tough, which is the whole thing. I'm wondering if, I don't know what's going to happen, but I doubt we'll be going out for New Year's Eve. I can guarantee you most likely we'll be eating Tostita pizza rolls. And the kids will be jumping around like lunatics, screaming, 10, 9, 8, 7. And we'll just be sitting there. Yeah. Yeah, total golf trip. Alejandra's calling you out. She's like, total golf trip. You're getting snowed. Guarantee. But, you know, maybe he'll surprise me and it'll be all about the fam and we'll do lots of fun stuff.
Maybe.
So, yeah. So, any hoozle McDoozle. So, it's Tuesday. You'll have to take your Invisalign out. I know, Deborah, yeah. For New Year's Eve, I will. I'll have to take it out for 5 minutes at a time. And then you got to brush your teeth before you can stick them back in. And then they told me the other thing about these, you can't brush them with toothpaste. You have to use antibacterial soap, which I thought was super weird because then when I stuck them back in this morning after washing them with antibacterial soap, my whole mouth tasted like soap. And it was kind of yucky, but they say that's the only way you can clean them. So, it's not that it's not easy, because it really is, and you really can't see them, but it's a lot of work on your part, and I am really not responsible. Yeah, I will, Shelly. I'll threaten him with my flip-flop. We'll see if that works.
You can golf, too.
I should, Deborah, I don't want to golf, and I don't even have golf clubs. No, I can't golf, and we have 3 kids. I love how you plan things, and you're like, oh, well, I didn't realize. Who is coming? Is everyone from the group coming to New Year's?
I think so.
So it is a golf trip.
They don't all golf.
Okay.
2 of them.
Who doesn't golf?
JR?
Well, I could have guessed that. Who else?
Ted?
Yes, he does.
A little bit.
You golf with him. You're full of crap. So this trip is for him to hang out with his college friends. Carrie says golf is boring and you're boring. So this trip is completely for him to hang out with his college friends, and then the wives are going to get dumped together with a bunch of kids. So how many kids are there between us now? Because it has to be a bunch. JR's got 2. Right? Donnie's got 2. Teddy's got 2. Zola's got how many? Does he have 2 now? 1 and a really prestigious dog, right? What?
Okay.
They can. You want to? If his friends are on here watching, which they're not, you can go ahead and shoot me a text or an email if you're offended. Get out of here. 2, 4, 6, 8.
8.
We have 3. It's 11.
There's lots of things to do. We're gonna do them all together.
So we're gonna be stuck with 11 kids, and they're gonna be golfing. Some courses have coolers for alcohol, so we can follow behind your cart and drink with the kids. Yeah. Kara says, I think I've totally had this conversation before, and it didn't end up well for me either. I was away, and my husband was golfing. Come here, sweets. Do you want to come see Mommy? Oh, come. Come here. Do you want to say good morning? Let's say good morning to everybody. Come say hello. Oh, good morning. Oh, good morning. Kids everywhere, Deborah is correct. We will be pulling our hair out.
So what things do they do when they go on trips?
So let's see. How do we do this? Because I'm not great with the YouTube yet. So I don't know. Can you... Don't you dare scratch my yoga pants, Velma. So I don't know if we can do a thumbs up or something, but how many of you are going to be taking a family trip over the holiday break? Like whether it's for Christmas, Thanksgiving, or New Year's. So I need like somehow I need to see if it's a thumbs up or whatever. I don't know what YouTube does here. We're going to have to get better at this. But are you going away? And remember, there's a difference.
Can do emojis.
Okay, people are telling me thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, so, and remember that it's a trip if you're taking your kids, not a vacation. And then if you're going somewhere, okay, I see people are going to weddings. I see yes, I see yes, I see a no. See, and we're going we're going. It's not far for us. This is a drive. We don't have to fly or anything. So it's not too bad. Gary says, I've got 4 boys. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying at home. Yeah. So we're just driving. So this is not going to be a far trip for us. So we'll go up there for a couple of days. But it will not be a vacation. It's a trip because you're taking the kids. And I'm wondering if we'll even get any of the cooler weather with it being January. Yeah. I don't know.
I looked at the forecasts.
You looked at the forecast already? Perfect. Did you? Perfect golf weather?
Perfect.
Because it's October.
Perfect family weather.
So I'm sure you could see the January, the December 31st
perfect family
forecast. Weather. Yeah, okay. Utah to California. Jerry says they're driving to Disney. 4 boys and a girl. Yeah. Yeah, so it's only going to be a couple of days. So it'll be a little road trip with the kids, which will be a delight, I'm sure. They'll do a lot of complaining. We'll do a lot of... Yeah, we don't know how to do weather, Deborah, so I guarantee here in Florida. And if you're not using it, here's a tip. If you're not using it and you want to have a really great weather app, get... WTF forecast. What the forecast? WT forecast. Get it in the App Store. It's free. I downloaded it. It is the best weather app. You can set the weather app to tell you it can be a little inappropriate, a lot inappropriate, excessively inappropriate. You can have it have no foul language or tons of foul language. But today's forecast on mine was, it's beautiful out. What an awesome day. Just kidding. It's horrible. This humidity sucks. It's the best app ever. So if you're not using it as a weather forecast app, you need to get it. It's a delight. And when you log in, it gives you a different, ridiculous thing to say about the weather. Yeah, look it up because it's hilarious and it's free and it's wonderful. So what are you guys doing this, you know what I want to know, because we're getting ready to do this and get ready for it with Halloween at the end of the month. Who's dressing up as a family? Who is going to do family, like everybody dresses up, not just the kids? Who does? Oh, Kimberly has the app. She loves it. Oh, Lindy says they're doing it. And if you're dressing up as a family, are you all being separate things? Or are you doing like one family costume? Relax, you're fine. Star Wars characters. Lindy's doing Star Wars characters. Yeah. Oh, not yet. They go next weekend, not this weekend, to get tested if they can be boarded at the facility. They go next weekend, not this weekend. So we'll see. I can guarantee you that my dog would pass. I can guarantee you that the business manager's dog, who's right over here, she will probably not pass. So we trick or treat. Are you petting her? That's so sweet. Gonna be witches. Does that? Yeah, I guess. She's fine. Sit down. 4 kids with us. They'll dress. Firefly. Is that a new like TV series or something maybe that I don't know about, because I don't know about much. We're gonna be. I'm Wonder Woman. The business manager, I think, is going as Batman. Spider-Man. I'm sorry, Spider-Man. My youngest son is making his costume, which is going to be a delight. Kimberly, you should dress up with your girls. And they are going to be, he wants to be R2-D2, which is going to be a disaster to make because we've purchased trash cans and Tupperware bins and spray paint to make his costume. My daughter is Belle from the new Beauty and the Beast, like the live movie one. And Bubby is going to be the Hulk. And he has his Hulk hands, and that's been really difficult for him because he wants to punch things with them, and we've tried to tell him that hands are not for hitting, but he doesn't agree. So that's what we're gonna be, but it's pretty much just a hodgepodge. Well, and I can't tell you a year when I've dressed up. This is like my first year dressing up in a costume with the kids. We don't really, I've never really dressed up. So I would have to say this is a first for us as a family. The kids have always done it. Last year was Harry Potter. The year before was Batman characters. So you guys do themes. I like it. I like it. I like that. I couldn't get everybody to agree to be a superhero, so we ended up being hodgepodge. And I'm only dressing up because I had to have a costume because I needed the costume to shoot a video. So, yeah. So anyway, so let's see. Before we wrap up to get out of here with our chitty chatty, I'm trying to think if there was anything else going on. Yeah, well, that's good, Lindy. Enjoy it. You should have fun dressing up. It should be something you should do if you celebrate Halloween. Which, I don't know if you really call it celebrating. You're just going around begging for candy. Which, you know, I don't know. I don't get it. But whatever. It's fun. The kids like it. And then I get to eat all their Halloween candy afterwards. I make them separate everything. And I pretend like I'm looking at it like as an attentive parent should. But I'm just taking the good stuff that I want and putting it in a separate bag so I can steal it and eat it from them. Oh, I thought this year was going to be the year that my oldest was too cool for a Halloween costume, but he's making R2-D2, and so he's apparently not too cool yet, but I thought this was going to be the year, but it's not, so we'll see, maybe next year. He's in middle school now, so I'm waiting for all of these things to stop. I don't think we're frozen. On our block, we give out wine and alcohol to the parents. I like your block, Deborah. Where we go, they do give out Jell-O shots.
Oh, yeah.
They've done that the past couple of years in a row. The issue, though, is, and, you know, it's always a school night. Halloween always ends up on a school night, and you're like, well, I can't get hammered on Jell-O shots and watch my kids and then get up.
It's Friday the 13th this week.
It is Friday the 13th this week. They're releasing a bunch of scary movies at the movie theater, which I want nothing to do with. I don't do scary movies. We watched 47 Meters Down because my oldest had been begging to see it. And you guys know how I feel about sharks. If you've been around long enough, you understand my fear of sharks, and you do know that I believe that at some point in my life I will be eaten by a shark, even though I don't swim in the ocean. I believe that a shark will at some point crawl out of the ocean and eat me, and that's how that will be the end of me. And here's the thing, like, I hate to pay for movies, because we have Netflix and Hulu and everything, and so it's like we should be able to find a movie for free to watch, right? Like, we shouldn't be paying for a movie. We pay for the streaming service. So he had been begging for weeks and weeks and weeks. Please, I want to watch 47 Meters Down. Please, please.
Because he saw the preview of two girls in
Well, he saw the preview. It was two girls in string bikinis. Okay, I get it. Right, whatever. But I was like, I think this is a scary movie. I don't think this is appropriate. And he's like, it's not that scary. It's not that scary. Well, I was like, I think it's going to be scary. The entire movie is them basically trapped at the ocean floor in a cage. And the plot is a little out there, and it's like there are these great white sharks all the time, and it was just very, I screamed a couple of times, but it wasn't super scary. But I was like, it just solidifies the fact that I will never, ever, ever scuba dive, and I'm definitely not ever gonna go off, like, when you see the boat that they get on to go like diving in this tank, it's like, if I were to even, number one, get on this boat, which I wouldn't, I'm definitely not getting in this rickety-ass cage that they are throwing into the ocean. And then when they throw the cage in the ocean, they start chumming the waters with bloody fish heads and guts. And I'm thinking to myself, now you want me to get into a cage? Now you want me to get into a cage with blood in the water? No, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to do any of those things. And of course, they're like hemming and hawing back and forth. Should we go? Should we not? Oh, we'll do it. We're adventurous. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I'm not getting in that cage. Okay? And no, I don't want blood. Like, the boat was rickety. The cage was rickety. It was like such a, no. At no point am I ever going to be involved in any of this whatsoever. Okay? So, yeah, and I don't do scary movies. What was the movie we walked out of?
The Reef, or...
No, it wasn't The Reef. We got up out of a movie because it made me so seasick. It was about...
It was The Reef, with the two divers that floated around all over the place. Or The Blair Witch.
No, Blair Witch was terrible too, but that was another scary movie that made no sense. But no, there was a movie where they left the people scuba diving, and they're bobbing around. So was it worth renting? I don't know if it was worth renting or not. I paid $6.99 or $5.99 to rent it, and I told my son he owes me his money, his what is it called? His allowance, because I wouldn't have rented it again. And here's the other thing. I really like Mandy Moore. I didn't like the movie, but I like Mandy Moore. But I don't know if it was rent. Like, wait till it goes on Netflix. Yeah, well, but that's the whole thing. It's way cheaper to rent it for $5.99 than go to the movie theater. Obviously, yes. Yeah, Deborah said her husband and daughter weren't impressed. But we left one movie that was about the scuba divers that got left, and the boat left them there, and they were just like floating around. Open water. Open water. That's what it was. Open water. And I remember thinking to myself the entire time, like, well, hopefully they're just going to get saved, and this is going to have a happy ending. And then it's like, nope, they just get eaten by sharks and die. And it's like, this is a terrible movie. I don't want to watch this. It was awful. And I was seasick from watching them be in the ocean. It was just like, oh, Lord. So I don't like scary movies. I definitely don't like movies about sharks unless it's Sharknado 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, which I love. But I am a little scared that at some point I will be eaten by a shark, which is not logical because I don't swim in the ocean. But it's going to happen. A land shark's going to get me. All right, well, you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. Don't worry, this show will hopefully get better.
It'd be a show about nothing.
It is literally a show about nothing. We just sat here and chitty-chatted. I'm not a big fan of scary movies, but hubby is always talks me into watching them. Nah, it's done with Deborah. Open water sucked. I can't watch them. I get scared and then I have nightmares. And then I get into bed and I have to cover myself all the way up to my neck. And if my foot or an arm like dangles off, I wake up and I have a dream that somebody's gonna like kidnap me and like suck me under the bed. I can't handle it. Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully this show will get better as we go on. I can't promise it, but it really is going to be a show about nothing where we just chit-chat. Blake Lively in The Shallows. The Shallows, I didn't see that. Is that a movie with sharks?
We should rent that one.
Why? Because Blake Lively's in it?
No, because it's a good movie about sharks.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. Well, you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you all over on Facebook. Nice chatting with you, Lindy and Deidre. See you Wednesday night for Wednesday over on Facebook. Have a great day. It has a happy ending, at least, Kathleen tells me. So we can watch that one because it has a happy ending. Or maybe she's saying you're going to have a happy ending. That's inappropriate. All right, you guys have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye.